We are here today because Councilmember Dave Hoekstra and Mr. Willie Watts entered my office one day for a meeting. They asked me certain questions that I gave certain answers to, and they wouldn't leave. They just looked at me. They didn't like the answers, and I'm glad that they didn't like the answers. That kind of perseverance, eventually my listening, I think has led to a lot of good outcomes that I want to touch on here. You'll notice that this is too long probably to read in entirety. It's too long for the little envelope that we just used for the destination education. So bear with me as I summarize, but it's all appropriate that it be here and permanently recognized. Whereas Willie J. Watt Jr. is the executive and founding director of Escape Ministries, established in 2019, located on 32nd Street. Growing up a gang member in Chicago, Mr. Watt relocated to Holland 20 years ago and turned his life around 10 years ago. Whereas Mr. Watt knew from his own life experience that the way to create a young person was to do more than just offer a sports program, which I previously spoken of in this resolution. He realized the need to create a place where aspects of life, from school to finances, could be addressed. So with clear vision and a small group of people committed to the cause, Willie grew Escape to include programs to help students to stay on track, the ASAP program, boxing and fitness program, a summer employment program, Holland Youth Connections, and various other programs and classes designed to give people a place to belong. Another key component Willie knew was working with families. Willie knew that each youth needs a safe, healthy home environment. He understands that educating, empowering, and edifying our youth means a brighter future for the youth as well as the city. In 2013, Mr. Watt approached the City of Holland and suggested an at-risk youth work and mentoring program starting with 2 teams of youth. The youth would benefit, the community would benefit, and we'd all have a chance to invest in tomorrow's leaders. In the past year, Mr. Watt also served as co-speaker with the Chief of Police, Chief Messer, at multiple community forums and collaborated with Ottawa County, Michigan Works, Manpower, the City of Holland, and many more to create 15 teams of 78 youth to work in the Holland Youth Connections program. These work experiences are now providing the first paychecks and hundreds of positive connections that will help you achieve a brighter future long term. Whereas the initiative, perseverance, dedication, and insight shown by Mr. Watts and his leadership of Escape, and dedication of Escape staff, some of who are here tonight, is worthy of recognition and support. Now therefore be it resolved, this proclamation from Mayor Dykstra and the City Council says, we do hereby recognize Willie J. Watt Jr.'s leadership and stewardship to the Escape Ministries. Be it further resolved that the Mayor and the City Council, the City of Holland, on behalf of the people of Holland, Michigan, express our support and appreciation to Escape Ministries and their staff for accomplishing such a large increase in youth employment through working in connection with community partners, Ottawa County, Michigan Works, Manpower, Holland City Human Resources, Holland City Public Safety, Michigan West Chamber of Commerce, and Lakeshore Advantage, and be it lastly resolved that this proclamation of appreciation and recognition be placed upon the permanent records of the City of Holland, signed the 6th day of August, 2014.
I've given a lot of speeches over the last 7 years, and I can go on and on about this ministry and what it's done for the kids in this community, but I want to step aside so you can actually hear from the youth that it has impacted. So, gentlemen and young ladies, will you come up, please, and share.
I'm sorry. Okay. My name is Joseph Nelson, from Chicago, raised in Holland, Michigan. Escape changed me, helped me be independent, learn how life really works, waking up early, gotta be on time. It teach you life skills that the youth need.
All right, I'm Pedro. I was born here in Highland and raised here in Highland. And I brought, these guys into the job because I seen them struggling with the money just like me. And, I just, yeah, me and Robbie used to like us three right here. I'd rather have brought all of us up here, for example, because we really have a bad history back then. And then I really want to thank Willie for helping me change my life, and also my coach Coach Frankie. They really helped me see what was going on in my life and which way I was heading, and it was really bad. And thanks to Willie and Coach Frankie, I really opened my eyes and learned really a lot of responsibility. And I just really want to thank you guys for that.
My name is Angel Robles. I was born and raised in Holland, Michigan. Really, I want to thank Will, for giving me this opportunity just to pretty much become my own person. This program has allowed me to step out of the shell of being worried or scared of getting shot down in the real world, and pretty much just waking up every day and coming to work just kind of shows me that there's people out there willing to help the youth.
I just want to thank Escape again for the boxing program. I love boxing. I'm a heavyweight, record 9-4, 4 losses. I just want to thank you for just opening the gym every day and just having a stable place to train, just stay off the streets and just chase our dream and do something we love to do every day. And I just want to thank you, City, Holland, and Escape Ministries.
My name's Alexis Rodriguez. I come from a family of 8, and out of all of 6 children, I'm the oldest, 9 months being the youngest. At 14 years old, I wanted to help my family, not just emotionally and physically, but financially. Being in and out of foster homes made my parents in debt, and Escape helped me try to fix that. The Holland Youth Connections summer job program is a helping hand, and it provided not for just me, but the community also. It gave me an opportunity. This program also helped me connect with people and to have a chance to communicate and share my experience with them. And they're not just my coworkers, but I don't stand in a group or a crowd. I stand in a family. I'd like to thank Escape Ministries and the City of Holland as well. Thank you.
I kind of wrote it like a long speech, so. Okay, my name's Lexia Garcia, and I'm up here to tell you my story of how Escape and Willie have helped save my life. Without Escape, I probably wouldn't be able to stand in front of people or even take a picture. Through Escape, I learned how to love myself and love others and love life. Being really young and moving from place to place, I never had friends or never had a place to call home. Being an Escape, I was never alone. I was a pothead, I was a pill popper, an atheist, and a cutter. When I first joined Escape, I thought I don't want to be at this place. I didn't know anybody there, and I thought I didn't exist in anybody's eyes. I thought that I was nobody. But something told me to stay, and I didn't know what it was. Willie came to me one day and he told me to attend a Sunday class, and in my mind, I was thinking that it was funny because I never thought of going to church. But I agreed anyway. And that Sunday, people kept talking about how hard their life was, and I was thinking that my life was just like that. But they overcame it. And when Willie told me his story, and all his struggle and all his pain, he still found faith and he still found happiness. I thought that if he could do it, then why can't I? I would be lying if I said after I joined Escape that everything was perfect. But Escape gave me the courage and the strength to fight off what killed me the most. Every Father's Day was the most miserable day for me every single year. And when it hit 12 a.m. on every Father's Day, I would cut my arm into a bloody mess. 2 years ago, I cut over 20 times on my shoulder, and the blood wouldn't stop. But I still refused to tell my mom that it ever happened. The reason that I would do that is because when I was younger in 7th grade, my dad beat me until I couldn't stand. And then he sent me to school. I went into the bathroom and fell to my knees in pain, and a girl found me. After that, he saw me once, and he never called me again. And it didn't hurt me that he beat me. It hurt me that he never contacted me or even tried. But that's not the only reason for my pain. But there was more. The bullying I got was so bad. The loneliness of never having friends. Every day was a new cut, a new burn. I would steal cigarettes from anyone I could. Smoking marijuana became a routine, and I never talked to my mom about my problems because I thought she'd just yell at me or make me feel worthless. Thanks to Escape, I stopped smoking and causing trouble and cutting. All the mentors at Escape were always proud of me for what I did good, and they helped me through what I did bad. I left for a month. I left Escape for about a month, and I got into trouble. I started smoking pot and cigarettes, and I started cutting again. I got caught with weed in school and a handful of blades. I was forced to community service and therapy, and that's how I came back to Escape. They let me do community service there. Leaving Escape was the worst mistake I ever made. I thought everyone would turn the other way when I came back, but everyone welcomed me back with open arms. I never felt so loved. That was a year ago, and in that 1 year, I quit everything for good. I promised to never cut again, and I never break my promises. I never had a real father figure in my life until Willie came and lifted me from the shard glass of my misery, and he healed me. And then I realized that bad things happen, but through faith, I finally got to see God. And now I'm a whole new person. Thanks to Willie, Frank, Priscilla, Mary, Charlie, Chris, Dave, Joe, Nicole, and Hope, the mentors of Escape, my wonderful friends of Escape, Brianna, Alejandro, JR, Janessa, Christine, Austin, Chris, Sierra, Jonathan, and Tony. Yeah, I listed the names. I wanted them to know. I probably wouldn't even be alive if it weren't for everybody at Escape. And there's no words that can express how thankful I am for all you guys. I finally have a phone, or I finally have a home. I finally have a meaning to be alive, and I finally have true friends, and I'm finally happy to be alive. Thank you.
I just like to say I like to thank the opportunity that I was able to work, learn, and achieve, and this program helped me by giving me such a wonderful experience, not just the work itself, but the instructed classes to prepare me for the future. And throughout this work, so far I realized that if I complain that it's too difficult, that I can't quit because it's going to be 10 times harder in the future. I mean, I have a family and a life to support. I mean, this may not be the job I love, but it's going to be giving me a little taste of what I'll be accomplishing in the future.
honestly don't think I need to say anything. This is what drives me. This is what keeps me up at night. I have wonderful people and family. My wife gave up a lot for me to do this. 70 hours, 80 hours a week is a lot. But she understood that it was for these young kids. And I'd like to thank the city of Holland, every single one of you, for what you have allowed us to do and want to partner with us in. Because the youth is our tomorrow. They are our leaders from the next generation. And we need to support them. We do. They need us. They need us. There is no such thing as a bad kid. It's only what's been poured into them and what's not given to them. And we try to give love at Escape. Thank you so much.
While we close this outcome, I just want to say for anyone watching or anyone who knows an employer who is interested in the kind of services that you've performed so admirably all throughout our community, that we encourage them to contact us. We did receive a contact today from a new employer, and it's tremendous what you're able to achieve in a short time, and this is something that's important, especially as we grow this. Willie, do you want to tell everyone what our goal is next year?
250 kids.
The number was 250. That means all we got to do is triple. We did more than that this last year. So with employers' help, I'm sure we can make it happen. Thank you. And thank you all our donors, some of whom are here tonight as well.